the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome in, race fans, here to California. It's Bakersfield. Well, Bakersfield's Kern County Raceway here tonight. Race fans, look at that. A beautiful sight as the lights are on here at this half-mile speedway as we get ready to go racing here for the 13th race of the season right here. It's the Super Late Models at Kern County Raceway. Tonight, the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Short Track Scrambler Series. We got 13 drivers logging in currently here tonight to battle for the win here. When we look at the point standings coming in, Max Terriot has a 17-point lead over Michael Trevarthen, who's got 33 points over Dalton Williamson. Then Joshua Buckley 5 points back. Chad Allcare 6 points back from him. So it's Terriot, Trevarthen, Williamson, Buckley, Allcares, your top 5 drivers in that point standings. We've only ever made one trip here to Kern County, and that was Brian Bianchi walking away with the win that night. Will he be able to do it again here? We're about to find out right now as these drivers are wrapping up their qualifying session. 13 drivers. 11 of them have taken time here tonight. Race fans, are you ready for this half-mile race? Because what do you say? Let's not waste any more time. Let's head trackside here as that starting lineup brought to us here tonight by Six Rings Racing looks like this. Starting on the front row here tonight, snagging another pole this season, car number 42, that'll be Max Terriot. To the outside of him, the driver out of Florida, driving car number 2, that'll be Michael Trevarthen. How about the number 14 MA, Brian Bianchi, will roll from P number 3, while Dave Bragg in car number 31, part of that Canadian Invasion group, well, he'll start in P number 4. 5th position here tonight, the Storm Chaser going to take a little bit of a break. It'll be car number 17, that'll be Chad Allcares. Car 5-4. That's car 54 for Rex Hoyle here tonight. He'll roll from the 6th starting spot. Tampa, Florida's own car number 1 of Dalton Williamson in the Rev Esports entry will start in 7th. And Joshua Buckley, fresh off a fishing trip and raining sideways. Yes, I'm telling you, he said it was sideways. Joshua Buckley will start back in 8th. 9th, we'll go to the double V entry. Victor Valls will start car 53 into the 9th spot. Well, how about the Cowboy, Rob Higgins, here tonight? He will start into the 10th spot. 11th position here on the car number 38 of Brandon Feeney. He will start in 11th. 12th, we'll go to TJ Henson and the car. That will, well, wrap up our starting lineup here tonight, starting shotgun to the field. The driver out of Ohio, car number 70, that'll be Steve McCormick. Steve McCormick starting back in 13th position. So 13 drivers ready to go racing here tonight from the Kern County Raceway, Bakersfield, California. 100 laps here tonight for these drivers. We talked about the second trip here tonight ever with the Red Light Series. Only 4 races left here tonight at Kern County. We go to Stafford, 5 Flags, and Martinsville to wrap up the season just a couple of weeks from now. We got to thank all you race fans for tuning in here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network to catch these drivers. Brian Bianchi, last time we were here, he was the winner. He'll start back in 3rd. Will he have the chance to power around. Max Terriel to Michael Trevarthen here tonight. Let's find out as the green flag is in the air. 100 laps the distance tonight here. Max with a great start on that front row. Looks like he'll lead us down the back straight away. Michael Trevarthen going to try to funnel back into the line. Look at the switch tire, number 31. That is Dave Bragg to the outside. Lap 1 will go to the 42 of Max Terriel. One car a little sideways there. That is the veteran. Colony Tire and Service Center, car 54. Uh-oh, hold on to her, Victor. Victor sideways, Chad Allcare sideways. Everybody able to gather it up. Oh, boy. It looked there for a moment like they were going to be pointed into the inside retaining wall, and that's not where you want to be. Everybody able to keep it going here. Everybody stretching their legs right now. Williamson trying to move up here. He's already picked up 3 spots since the drop. As he'll take that 4th position away from Dave Bragg, so he'll bump Bragg back into P number 5 right now. So it's Terriel, Trevarthen, Bianchi, Williamson, the top 4. Bragg is sitting into the 5th spot with Hoyle. Allcare's battle back here. Here comes the fisherman himself. Joshua Buckley getting back into the 8th spot. Rob Higgins now trying to go around Brandon Feeney. What's not Feeney? That is actually the 70 of Steve McCormick. Oh, and McCormick with a big slide. Probably tried to reach for the top there. See the 70 of Steve McCormick. He was running into the 11th position, but he'll lose that spot. Victor Valls got around him. TJ Henson got around him. There you see the Jiffy Lube, number 53 of Victor Valls, currently sitting in P number 11. And uh-oh, Joshua Buckley down to the inside wall. Worm must have fell off the hook. So the first caution flag of the night flying here on lap number 8. Take a look. Let's see what happened to Joshua Buckley. One of the drivers here tonight said the exit to turn number 4. Yeah, there it is. Joshua Buckley just losing it on the exit of turn number 4. It's right on board with the Granny Hips Walkers and Canes, number 13 MA. Slide as the little contact down to the inside wall. Looks like Josh Buckley going to stay out here, not going to come to pit road. It is very early in this one. Next time when we come by, we will complete 10 laps out of the 100 scheduled here tonight. Josh Buckley, a longtime Brad Keselowski fan, so he was happy just a couple of weeks ago when Brad K was able to park car number 6 back into victory lane. He was also happy about 12 hours ago when he was out fishing out there in Seabrook, New Hampshire. Took a fishing charter out, him and his brother. Can you believe they didn't invite me? So Josh very tired, but he's here tonight. Trying to chase down that 42 of Max Terriel, who's currently the race leader. He qualified on the pole. He's led all the laps so far. Should get the 1-to-go marker this time by. Ken Allen out there, not here tonight behind the wheel of car number 81, but tuning in to watch the racing action. Ken, miss you here tonight. Look forward to hopefully seeing you back on the tour. Well, Josh is always good for 1 or 2 there, Ken. Of course, Cody out there tuning in for the Jiffy Lube and Switch Tire crew. So who do you think is going to get the top spot here? Can anybody wrangle it away from the 42 of Max Terriel? Canada and Florida. Massachusetts, and Florida. That's how they're going to line up. Great start there to the outside for the number 2 of Michael Trevarthen. Will he be able to carry that momentum around the outside and down the back straightaway? Dead even down the back into turn 3 they go. Everybody lifting off. Fireballs out the exhaust of these screaming machines. Lap 1 though will go back to the number 42. Max Theriault waving the Canadian Maple Leaf flag out in front of the field here tonight. Surprised that Michael Trevarthen's able to hang on that outside as well as he has so far. First lead change of the night because he'll beat him to the line. Car number 2, Michael Trevarthen, leading last time by. He led the lap and now he's sliding on the top side. There's the number 1 of Dalton Williamson. He'll come into the picture. And oh! Trevarthen and Max Theriault making a little contact. Now Williamson will take the second position. So it's Theriault back to the race lead. Williamson being scored into that second position. Then it's Michael Trevarthen back in third. Brian Bianchi and Dave Bragg rounding out the top 5 cars. There you see the Culpeper's Bakery and Cafe, number 14 in May of Brian Bianchi. He's sitting there in fourth. There's the switch tire. Entry of Dave Bragg back in 5th. Just outside the top 5, there's car 54, Rex Hoyle. And Chad Allcares. All those drivers still here in the main pack. Dave Bragg taking a look to the inside here of the Culpeper's Bakery and Cafe, number 14 MA. Can he get down into the corner 3 here? Get that car a little bit closer. Bianchi will chop the nose, says no sir. Back in line. Everybody single file. A couple cars peeking out of line. There was the 17 of Allcares trying to peek to the inside of Hoyle. Didn't quite have the positioning, so he lifted off it. Got back in line behind the 54. Allcares down 2 positions from where he has started here in the first 20 laps of this event. He runs on Duncan, though, so look for him to make a late race charge in car number 17. If not, he's going to have some Baskin-Robbins battle for the race lead. Here comes the 1. Storming to the inside. He'll lead at the line. The 3rd race leader we've had here tonight. So it's now Williamson, Trevarthen, and then Theriault. Look at Dave Bragg to the inside also. Everybody getting a little bit racy here. So Max falling back to 3rd. Brian Bianchi falling back into the 5th spot. Rex Hoyle is right there behind his teammate. So watch for those 2 drivers to see who's going to be faster. Remember a couple years ago, Bianchi came into the series as a rookie, as a newcomer. Rex Hoyle took him under his wing, and now Bianchi winning races like he did just 1 year ago here. They always bring some of the sharpest cars out on the speedway. A classic look, but it's so sharp. Bianchi trying to scrape up the right side of that Culpeper's Bakery Cafe, as though he'll take a wiggle into turn number 3. Looks like Rex cut him a break just a little bit, lifted up out of the accelerator. There's the top drivers as they work down the back straightaway. Allcares is running 7th in the second pack of cars. There's the Jiffy Lube switch tire number 53. That is the double V entry. Victor Valls back there running in 8th. The big crowd following him here tonight. Victor has picked himself back up, and he's got himself back inside the top 10, running 8th. So with Victor running into the 8th spot, the Cowboy of Rob Higgins just 1 spot behind him. The Busch Light checkered flag on display, number 40 of Rob Higgins, has also picked up 1 spot since the drop of the green flag. He started in 10th. He's now running in 9th. The driver that has lost the most positions is the driver that brought the caution flag out just a handful of laps ago. Joshua Buckley, car number 13 MA, the fisherman. The deep sea fisherman, I should say. Back there running in 11th right now for Joshua Buckley. Remember, he also did not come down pit road for tires, so it's still the same tires that he slid off turn 4. are on that Granny Hips Walkers and Canes entry. The tennis balls definitely fell off the walker when he slid off turn 4. This time by for your race leader of Dalton Williamson. You'll see 30 laps in the books here tonight out of the 100 scheduled here tonight at Kern County. Does he have enough to stay out in front of his teammate, number 2, Michael Trevarthen, who was sideways that time up off turn number 4. He's got the AutoZone Charger here tonight, trying to put all the power down. He was trying. Every time he does that, though, it takes a little bit of life out of those Goodyear Racing Eagles. Williamson that time out of 4, a little sideways. Beautiful facility here at Kern. Kern coming out last year here onto the iRacing service. Quickly becoming one of the most popular tracks for super late models and short track racing in general. Red Light Racing also made a stop here with the big stars, the big cars on Monday nights. Like I said, it's our second time the short track series has come here. Race leader opening it up, the biggest race lead we've seen here tonight. Half a second between Williamson back to Trevarthen. Trevarthen still fighting a little bit of a loose car with that number 2. Max Terriel just kind of hanging around right behind him currently. So you got the 2 team cars running P1 and P2, then Max back there in 3rd still. Brandon Feeney trying to pick up a spot on Rob Higgins. Joshua Buckley. Uh-oh, Higgins. Higgins going to slide and stop on the speedway. And that'll bring the second caution flag of the evening out here on lap 36. Looks like Higgins has been into the wall a time or two with the right front fender on that bush light. Checkered flag auto supply number 40. Have to wait and see exactly what happened. We saw him slide and then stop. Was there contact beforehand? What do you say we look? Well, you can already see the damage was on car 40. Higgins just went down to the corner, got a little sideways, stepped on the brake, and just came to a screeching halt to bring out the caution flag. It's right on board. Listen to it. She jumped sideways. He locked her down. So as we come back live, couple drivers down on pit road. Chad Allcares, Victor Valls, Rob Higgins, Steve McCormick, all down on pit road here, and it looks like all drivers putting on 4 tires. Everybody trying to beat that pace car. Looks like everybody should be A-OK. So Higgins, who went for that slide, will restart. Looks like about the 10th position. Nothing changing at the front, and still going to be Williamson and Trevarthen. We're going to see if those newer tires for those drivers that are going to start about the tail end of the field here are going to work, because take a look. We're going to have about 42 laps in the books here when we go back racing. And the drivers that are running currently in the 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13th position came down, put 4 tires on. So not quite halfway, but maybe a good point here. If this race gets to go to that green flag, long green flag run, maybe they will be sitting in the catbird seat. So we'll watch for Higgins, Valls, Allcares, and McCormick to see if they can continue their run and march towards the front of the field. All drivers are out there on the raceway. 13 started, 13 still running. Pace car off, pace car away in the hands of the number 1. Another great start by Trevarthen on the outside. Let's see, it looks like, a wiggle out of the one machine is going to allow Trevarthen to come back. I was going to say an easy lap led there back to green for Williamson. And the car got out from underneath him. Turn 4 seems to be the place. Max Terriol taking a bit to the outside. Now he'll cut it back down. Not going to have a move. Just behind him, though, Dave Bragg continuing to try to pick up a position here. Brian Bianchi will take that spot from Dave Bragg, pushing Bragg back to 5th. Hoyle now in 6th, then Joshua Buckley in 7th. So after his spin, he's back into the top 10 and trying to march for a top 5. Brandon Feeney just behind Joshua Buckley, and then it's Allcares. Allcares has those fresher tires. Remember, he came to pit road. So Allcares trying to slice and dice his way through the field. Here comes Victor Valls. He's also got 4 fresh tires. Got to use them while they're good. See how far these drivers can run. Looking at their lap times, Chad Allcares right now currently running slower. He is deeper in the field than the race leader, so he has got a little bit slower of lap times. Could have been from trying to pass Brandon Feeney. Let's check him this time at the stripe. It looks like a 17.76. A tenth of a second off the race leader's pace. Right now, maybe the tire's just not quite being warmed up and broken in. We'll watch and continue to see those cars, see if they can continue their march. Now here comes the 54 of Rex Hoyle, taking a look. See if he can get around the switch tire, number 31 of Dave Bragg. Bragg lost a spot on the restart to Brian Bianchi. Now here comes Rex Hoyle. We'll see if he could take a spot away also. Hoyle not able to do it at the moment. 2 laps away from halfway, though. There's the 2 top spots. Race leader, Dalton Williamson, 1 lap away from leading at the halfway point home here tonight at Kern. Williamson will come off the corner. He'll lead the halfway point home here tonight. If he leads another 3 laps, he will be credited with the most laps led here tonight. Since we're halfway home in this one, race fans, we got to thank you all tonight for tuning in here to watch the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Short Track Scrambler Series presented by Red Light Racing, race number 13 of the season. Next week, we head back to the northeast to the Stafford Motor Speedway with the Bar Mackey salutes to the fallen heroes. We'll run 100 laps at the Stafford Motor Speedway before we head down south to the Five Flags Speedway. 100 laps for the GK Property Inspections LLC 100 at Five Flags. And then championship night brought to us by our friends over at Culpeper's Bakery and Cafe. That will be at the famous Martinsville Speedway. We got the super late model out here tonight. We'll get the SK Modified out next week at Stafford. And we'll get the limited late model out at Five Flags before we get the Tour Modified at the Martinsville Speedway. Those are the next races coming up here on Thursday nights for these drivers. First, we got to get this one here tonight in Bakersfield, California. Williamson dominating so far here tonight with Trevarthen in second. As Williamson will get the credited with the most laps led here tonight, even if he were to drop out of this race right about here. Nope, didn't get the broadcaster's jinx. Uh-oh, trouble, Bragg around. Bianchi around in turn 3 and 4. Caution number 3 flying for 2 drivers that were inside the top 5. What happened to Brian Bianchi? There's the 31 of Dave Bragg. Bragg keeping it going. He fell all the way back to the 8th position by the time he got the 31 pointed back into the right direction and hammered back down. Let's look what happened. There you see Bianchi. He was running into the 4th spot. Bragg just behind him. Bragg to the inside. And Bragg going to make a little contact with the left rear of the Culpeppers entry. And Bianchi got tagged in the rear end, got it spun around, but he got it loaded up and didn't run it into the outside wall. Dave Bragg did make some contact there. Let's ride on board with Bragg. See Bragg right there, got into Bianchi when he came back across. There was a 17 of All Cares. All Cares, the innocent bystander there, just know where he was going to try and run away and hide from. Talked about drivers earlier coming to pit road. How about this? Everybody down on pit road. Some 2-tire stops, some 4-tire stops here. A couple drivers not coming to pit road. How about your new race leader? How about all those Victor Valls fans? He is out front, and he's got Brandon Feeney right there. Taking a look, Feeney and DJ Henson. Henson scheduled to restart, P number 3. Those two drivers did not come to pit road. There you see Feeney, and there you see the number 62. So we'll see if those old tires for Feeney and Henson can hold on. Michael Trevarthen came to pit road under the caution flag. He put on 2 right side tires, so did Rex Hoyle and Brian Bianchi. Everybody else put 4 tires on, so we got some drivers with no tires, older tires, 2 tires, and 4 tires. We'll see, as they're all going to be out here the same track, battling for the same positions as the iRacing.com. Pace car lights are back off here tonight. Gonna have 39 laps remaining here tonight. Victor Valls will choose the inside. Brandon Feeney to the outside. Victor pitted back on lap number 37, so we will see if he can hold on. Pace car down, away, off the racing surface. Waiting to come into the restart zone. Good start by Brandon Feeney to the outside, but I believe the fresher tires. A little bit of a wiggle, though. Feeney tried to power move around the outside. Victor Valls got sideways, and he tried to put the power down off 2. Brandon Feeney to the race lead. 5 race leaders here tonight. As look at Michael Trevarthen, look at Dalton Williamson. They're all trying to come up also to get back in the battle for the race lead. One driver sideways. That was a 62. DJ Henson, remember, he did not come to pit road, so he's still in the old set of tires. So is Feeney, and he's on the outside of Victor Valls. Here comes Michael Trevarthen. Here comes Brian Bianchi. All those new tires trying to come to the front here late in this one. Feeney still holding on to the outside, but it looks like now those tires are starting to fade. Almost 3 wide. Now they go 3 wide as Victor Valls slides up the speedway. Trevarthen to the inside. He'll take the top spot. Michael Trevarthen back to the point here with Williamson. Bianchi trying to clear the 53. Victor Valls will let him go right on by. Remember, Victor's on a tire disadvantage right now. So was Feeney, and Feeney was up into the wall. Battle for the race lead. Trevarthen let the door open momentarily for that number 1 of Dalton Williamson. Everybody sideways. Rex Hoyle back here battling, trying to get around Victor. Victor's just trying to hang on. Remember, pitted back on lap number 37. All these other drivers pitted on lap 58 here tonight. I am impressed, though, that Victor's been able to hold his own. That time, though, he slides it into 3. Loses the battle with the 54 of Hoyle. Then will get passed up by the 42 of Terriol. Joshua Buckley will be the next driver to come upon the number 53 as he actually slaps it off the wall. Buckley's hit the inside wall. He slapped the outside wall. I think he's got to hit the pace car yet. Don't tell him that, race fans, because he will try. Fastest lap of the race just got laid down by the 42 of Max Terriol as a battle for the race lead. Here comes Williamson. He'll sling it and slide it down into 3. To the inside of the number 2, he is not able to put the power down to get the race lead at the stripe. Will he be able to do it this time, though? It seems like he has a good car off turn 2 to the inside. Well, nose ahead, but it's still even. Steve McCormick having some problems in the number 70 machine. See if he can get that ship righted real quick at the line. Williamson. These two teammates just battling it out here tonight at Kern County. At the line again, Williamson getting that lap. There you see McCormick out in front of the race leaders. Brian Bianchi trying to throw his hat in here. 2 tires for Bianchi on that pit stop. 2 tires for Trevarthen. 4 tires for Williamson. So was it 2 tires or 4 tires that will win this race here tonight? Steve McCormick going to pull it to the inside here. Let the race leaders go on by. Bragg back into the battle here. Remember, he was wrapped up in the caution flag. Back inside the top 5, a lot of speed of the switch tire. Jiffy Lube, number 31 for Bragg. Big Bruce Customs, paint job on the side of that car. This time by, complete lap number 75 and put just 25 laps remaining. This one is not over yet. A lot of strong drivers left inside the top 5 here that could battle and pick up a win. Any of these drivers. Don't forget the 54, Rex Hoyle, sitting right there in 6th. He has pulled back up on this battle. He put 2 tires on. One driver has pulled it off the raceway and is down on pit road. That is the number 70 of Steve McCormick. So if you're a McCormick fan, he's down on pit road, being scored into the 13th position just off the raceway. 2 drivers battling here. That is the 53 Victor Valls. Remember, he's got the older tires. Joshua Buckley trying to get underneath. It'd be the battle for the 7th and 8th position. Joshua Buckley into the outside wall just a little bit. Guess he's still continuing to try to make the track a little bit longer, a little bit wider. Hasn't quite worked yet. Bianchi under attack. Oh, Max Terriol going to tank the wall there down the straightaway. He was going after Brian Bianchi, but was not able to do it because he hit the wall. Now Bianchi into the wall. Here comes Max. He'll pounce while there's blood in the water. Brian Bianchi, who was sitting in 3rd, now is going to go to 4th. He'll try to cross over the 42. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to get there. So Williamson, Trevarthen, Terriol, Bianchi, Bragg, the top 5. Williamson, who is your race leader, he has picked up the most positions here tonight. +6 for the driver out of Tampa, Florida. Williamson watching a little modified racing action, dirt modified racing action over on Flow Racing the other day. The Short Track Super Series. Modifieds were in my hometown here in Pennsylvania, and I was out at the races. Dalton was watching it, well, via the Flow broadcast. Just a little bull ring here in Pennsylvania. Matt Williamson was able to pick up the victory there, holding off Billy Pouch. It's a good Tuesday night of short track local racing action. Sort of like the short track racing action that we're watching here tonight at the Kern County Raceway. You see the 2 race leaders. They will see 15 laps to go. That switch tire entry everywhere we look. The switch tire entry of 31 of Bragg. Always locked into some kind of battle somewhere here tonight. He's got the 54 Rex Hoyle breathing down his neck, trying to hold on right now. See if Bragg can hold on to a top 10. Dave Tommy Pickles, says Cody for Dave Bragg. And, well, you better tell Tommy Pickles out there to hurry up. Just made one of those Rugrat jokes just the other day at work, actually. And everybody looked at me like, what are you talking about? Kids these days, I tell you. A little bit of a slide and a wiggle there, though, for Mr. Tommy Pickles. Gonna have to battle hard because the veteran of Rex Hoyle ain't gonna just roll over and let you have it. Back at the front of the field, they will see 1 and 1. Put them together, you get 11 laps. 11 laps remaining. That's not 1 plus 1 either for your race fans. This time it'll be the double high 5 at the flag stand. 10 to go. Tommy Pickles, you really have some competition. You better get it worked out because Rex Hoyle let you have it for a little while. And now he says it is his turn to play. At the line, give it to car 54 of Rex Hoyle. Hold on to her, boys. Almost rubbing a little paint that time down in turns 1 and 2. Eight to go. You're watching the best battle on the speedway, and it is for the 5th position. 5th and 6th right now for Bragg and Hoyle. Usually, our friend Rex Hoyle there in the yellow Colony Tire and Service Center car 54. Loves those slippy, slidey tracks. That's exactly what it's like here today at Kern out of turn 4. One of those drivers that will save the tires all night long. And they just can't figure out who's going to have that 5th place. I'm sure this one is about to come all the way down to the final lap. Williamson, your race leader, though. He will see just 5 fingers in the air as he goes by. 5 laps, 5 more times. Caution flag here tonight. Joshua Buckley again out of turn 4, facing the inside retaining wall. That's going to shoot this one to overtime, and nobody has tires left. What happened? There's the 13, Buckley down. He got down on the apron, and it kind of drifted up there. Almost got into Victor. And then spun it around. Right on board. Again, soft contact with that inside wall. Don't believe, yeah, they didn't make contact, but Buckley tried to get back to it. So he spun it around. So this one going to go to overtime, race fans. This is what the running order looks like. Let's get that drop down for you. There it is. It'll be Williamson, Trevarthen, Terriot, Bianchi, Hoyle, the top 5. And then it's Bragg, Vals, Allcares, Higgins, Feeney, the top 10. Henson, Buckley, and McCormick. McCormick has returned to the racetrack. Should see... Nope, we're going to go around one more time. Who do you think has it? Who do you think can go up there and battle the two teammates? The 54 looked pretty fast there, but he was stuck battling with the 31 of Dave Bragg. Max Terriot was fast. He obviously sat on the pole here tonight. Led the handful of opening laps before giving it up to Trevarthen and then Williamson. Brian Bianchi showed a lot of speed also. So the lights are out. Green, white checker attempt. We have 3 of them here tonight at Kern if we were to need them. We'll take the green flag. We'll come around. We'll get the white flag. And then the first one back to the start-finish line. We'll finish P number 1. We'll grab the win here tonight at Kern. If we don't get the white flag, we'll do it again. This is attempt number 1. We have 3 if we were to need them. Pace car off. Williamson ready. Fires. Looks like Williamson will get away from the 2 of Trevarthen. Trevarthen going to go to the bottom. A little bump in. Uh-oh, Max Terriot into the back of the 2. Now the 42 getting sideways. White flag brought to us by Culpeper's Bakery and Cafe. Williamson got exactly what he wanted. Everybody stacked up behind him. Now it's Williamson. Bianchi down the back straightaway one final time. Dave Bragg locked in a battle with Michael Trevarthen at the line. Give it to Williamson. Bianchi. Then it's Dave Bragg finishing 3rd here tonight. Michael Trevarthen will finish 4th. Rex Hoyle will finish in 5th. Allcares, Feeney, Terriot will have to settle all the way back to 8th. Higgins in 9th. Victor Valls there into the 10th position. 11th will be TJ Henson. Joshua Buckley will finish in 12th. Then Steve McCormick will finish into the 13th spot. There he is, your winner here tonight, the driver out of Tampa, Florida. They're just showing off now. So as he goes around the Speedway race fans, we're going to take a quick break here from Kern. We'll be back with the top finishers right after this.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome back here, race fans, to the Kern County Raceway here tonight for the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Short Track Scrambler Series, presented by Red Light Racing. What a race Kern County put on. For the second time ever, we've came here to Bakersfield, California, to the Kern County Raceway, and man, it was a barn burner from the time we dropped the green flag, as everybody slipped and slid out of turn number 4. But we got to the checkered flag eventually. What do you say we go trackside here and talk to the top 3 finishers? Starting off for the driver that will rally back to finish P number 3. How about it, Dave? Tonight, the 31 looked fast as she battled inside the top 5 all night long. Had some great battles with Rex Hoyle, and then a wild restart towards the end.
Yeah, car felt okay. Definitely loose coming out of the corners. She's a little tail happy with these super lights, but yeah, that top 5 group of guys who were just on rails tonight, and I was kind of just following in tow and really lucked out with that late race caution and kind of just rode around on the outside as everybody caused chaos on the bottom.
Tonight here, you talk about the bottom. These tracks, we had an update not too long ago, and it brought a little bit of that dynamic track back here to iRacing. Was this a lockdown bottom groove track for you, or were you able to move this 31 around to find some good speed?
I found he had some speed on the outside. It was easy to pinch a guy down, kind of kill his run coming off the corner, and you're able to kind of keep your position that way. I don't think we were, unless you were blister fast, you weren't going to really make a move on that outside yet. I still think they need a little bit of work on it, but it's definitely getting there. It's nice to be able to run the outside a little bit and have some fun out there.
So you ran the outside a little bit here tonight. What do you think 1 week from now when we head to Stafford? Do you think we're going to have an outside groove?
Probably not. We're going to be stacked on that bottom lane. I'd put all my money on that one.
Well, I was hoping. But hey, walk us through that final restart. What'd you see behind the wheel of that 31?
Yeah, I knew Max was coming. Max was going to be fast. And then you stack up the Rev boys up front there, and it's, there's might be some chaos happening with those 3 guys. They're all so fast. So, yeah, just waiting for the chaos to happen and really just rolled the dice on that outside lane, and it really lucked out for us in the end.
Well, it worked out for you here tonight, a 3rd place finish. So what do you say, who's on the side of the Big Bruce Customs switch tire number 31 there, Mr. Pickles?
Absolutely. Big shout out to the Jiffy Lube boys, switch tire. They're always taking care of us on the sim and in real life. Big Bruce pumping out paint schemes for me, printing decals. But yeah, all the guys that watch back at the shop there, you got Cody and his son Ethan, absolutely huge supporters of the team. So we're happy to put on a show for them. My brother, my nephew Maddox, my whole family watching it in the living room. Yeah, there's a lot of support back at home, so we'll go home and celebrate this one.
Well, they're waving the Canadian maple leaf flag here tonight for Tommy Pickles, driving car number 31. Mr. Bragg will wheel and deal it into 3rd. The driver that finishes 1 spot higher than him, though, he comes from Massachusetts. And Brian, that car was facing the wrong direction at one point here tonight.
Yeah, it happens. We had a fast car. Just wasn't sure I had anything for the top 3. But on that final restart, you could really get it rolling there on the top for a couple laps, and then you'd fade off.
You may have faded off, but you were able to rally back here. This car looked really fast. We've only ever been to Kern County one time, and that time here with this short track series, you were able to park it in Victory Lane. Did you look forward tonight coming here?
Yeah, I mean, different setup. Last time, a little more stable. This one was pretty wicked coming out off the turn, so you kind of had to baby it. But yeah, good run.
What did you need late in this one? Obviously, you saw the floodgates open up, and then all of a sudden you found yourself chasing that number 1 machine with 1 lap to go.
I don't think I could have gotten by Dalton no matter what. I mean, maybe if he got loose coming out of the turn or something, but man, he was fast. He didn't have a good qualifying run, but I mean, it only took him 5 laps to get up front. So good run overall. Yeah.
Well, hey, what do you say? Who's on the side of this beautiful car out here tonight?
Culpeper's Bakery and Cafe, Colony Tire, Christina Custom Cuts, Zeno Luxury Jackets, Bianchi Cash Register, Bar Mackey, GK Properties, Danny Diamond Deals, Patty's Pugs, Blissful Buddies. just like to thank Rex for doing all these paints and getting me ready for all these races. It's good to have him back on Thursdays. So yeah, 505 is ready.
They're ready. They're locked. They're loaded. Second place here tonight. Brian Bianchi will rally back here in the 14MA. But the one that nobody could, well, I guess, take down here tonight. Dalton, another victory here. This number 1 just looks strong from the drop of the green.
Yeah, so don't a lot of other people. This is like probably my best car in the sim, so I was kind of happy to be in it. I wish we could get a whole season out of the car, but that probably won't happen. So I was happy to be in the car tonight.
Yeah, I believe we only have let me check the schedule now. I already forgot. Nope, you don't see it again this year. Sorry.
No.
Well, then what are we going to do?
I'm feeling pretty good about the next 3 weeks, so we'll let the cards fall where they fall.
Yeah, so a late race yellow here, you still walked away with it. 3 weeks coming up. SK Modified, late model stock, Tour Mod.
I believe to win the points, I got to finish first in every race, so we're going to hope to qualify, put in a lot of practice, and see what happens.
So what we're doing is we're going for all the marbles in the marble jar. I like the way you roll. So what do you say we let you roll those marbles here and roll this red carpet out tonight? Who do you got to thank for parking the number 1 back in victory lane again?
First and foremost, Roger. Turn 3, you for broadcasting. Checkered Flag Auto Supply for the series sponsor. Reb Esports, Platinum RV Services, EPI, and the family for watching. And other than that, have a good night.
Have a good night, race fans, he says, because he's going for the championship. He's going to go to try and win 4 in a row. Well, we're going to have to wait and see how that plays out, because after we leave the Kern County Raceway here tonight, we head to the Bar Mackey Salutes the Fallen Heroes next week at the Stafford Motor Speedway before we head, well, to the Five Flag Speedway for the GK Property Inspections LLC 100 before Championship Night, brought to us by Culpeper's Bakery and Cafe at the Martinsville Speedway. So a lot of iconic short tracks to finish up this season here for the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Short Track Series, Scrambler Series, I should say. I'm excited. I can't even tell you, race fans, what's coming up after that, because, well, we're just going to have to all play out and watch it ourselves right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. So until we see you next time, race fans, or everybody at Checkered Flag Auto Supply, everybody with Red Light Racing, all of us here from the Turn 3 Racing Network hope you stay safe, and we'll see you in Turn 3.